Welcome back guys to my channel. Today I've got another creepy TikToks for you guys lined up. Hope you guys are gonna enjoy this one. See you in the video.
America is going to space again, and we're going there to stay.
A permanent lunar base, and we're going back to the moon, back to the future, and this time back to stay.
Turn to the moon by 2020 as the launching point for missions beyond.
And by 2025, we expect new spacecraft designed for long journeys to allow us to begin the first ever crewed missions beyond the moon into deep space, into the solar system. Not just to visit, but to stay.
It marks an important step in returning American astronauts to the moon.
We will return American astronauts to the moon
within the next 5 years.
We're going to go to the moon. We're going to have a base on the moon. We're going to send people to Mars and make life multiplanetary.
The United States will return astronauts to the lunar surface. We will establish the first lunar base camp and the first station in lunar orbit. We intend to land an international astronaut on the surface of the moon by the end of the decade.
The background music just makes it more funny.
In 2023, an incredible video was captured by photographer Dmitry Lyashev on a flight over Yakutia, revealing a seemingly endless long wall. Following the release of this footage, scientists began scrutinizing the images and concluded that the wall was man-made. The wall extends to the ocean, continuing beneath the water. Surprisingly, no one had previously noticed this wall, prompting bewilderment among scientists. Interestingly, Soviet scientist, architect, and occultist Ludwig Mavrikovich Heinrich, who visited a secret Vatican library in 1920, discovered a book referencing this wall in Yakutia. You can find a video about Mavrikovich on my channel. The wall spans several hundred kilometers. Speculation suggests that the Russian government prohibited aerial photography over the area, and in March 2024, a drone operator filming the wall was arrested. Presently, the government is striving to eliminate all online information related to this wall, leaving its nature shrouded in mystery.
You need to watch this video about red rooms on the dark web. Red rooms are live feeds found on the dark web that involve some really evil, sadistic things. Just watch this.
So this is a thing, right, in Thailand, where different people will buy a spot in a red room with crypto so they can't be traced. A red room in Thailand is a room where a child is murdered every 3 weeks. They're sacrificed. And the person that pays with the crypto gets to choose how that kid is murdered. And the other person gets to do things to them. That is trafficking. That is murder trafficking.
I don't know much about the internet and the dark web and Silk Road and stuff, but if that's true, that is the most sick, sadistic thing I've ever heard of in my life. And some of the things that are coming out these days, I actually would not be surprised if that is completely 100% true. What do you guys feel? Let me know in the comments.
Definitely true. Looks AI generated to me. I don't think that's real.
It
actually happened. Oh my God, aliens are from our oceans, confirmed today in the Oversight Committee hearing, a live stream that was broadcasted all over the world. The 4 witnesses, which included a retired Navy commander, a rear admiral, confirmed to the Oversight Committee of Congress, hey, they are real. We have UAP materials and bioorganic materials, not just us. Every other country behind closed doors is doing a secret advanced arm race trying to reverse engineer all the technology that they found. They said they're from our oceans. We have 4K video evidence of them appearing from the ocean out of Kuwait, out of Africa, the East Coast, the West Coast, Mexico. Every continent on this planet has UAP video evidence all leaving our oceans. They say it's not human, it is an intelligent, artificial, or bioorganic, but it's some type of intelligence that is eons ahead of us humans, and they've been here longer than us. What the hell is going on?
Ginger, right now, where exactly are you, Ginger?
George, I am way down here. From the perspective you can see me, about 400 feet below the top of one of the world's largest caverns. It is inside a mountain, inside a jungle in central Vietnam. And this, I have to be honest with you, has been one of, or the, I would say, most difficult, dangerous, and grittiest assignments I have ever been a part of. Let me explain a little of what's happening. It may look like a white sand beach where we're standing. We've been staying in these tents. We've been cooking over fires. This, again, is very remote. We are not close to any civilization, but we've got a lot of folks around us, a great team that has come together because we had to find a hidden world that was only 1/3 of a mile from here and that was only found a couple of decades ago, but really was not discovered and explored until 2009. So this is brand new to our world, this subterranean, surreal life that has been revealed, and now you get to be a part of it, including the awesome images you'll see from our friends here at DJI Drones. All right, let's get right into it.
We enter through a claustrophobic crevice.
You have to crawl to get into the biggest cave in the world. Okay, this is small.
Then it opens up.
I don't want to miss this part with the GoPro.
And drops down and down and down. I can't see beyond the narrow beam of my headlamp, but I am keenly aware that those ropes are here because a fall would be disastrous.
Oh, sorry. This place does not look real.
At the bottom, I feel like I've landed on another planet, a subterranean rushing river. Yes! Now I find myself in Mother Nature's sculpture garden, filled with prehistoric boulders and stalagmites, gigantic columns built up from calcium deposited by dripping water.
So this is a stalagmite?
Yeah, we're actually inside a stalagmite here, where the water's worn away all the bottom.
After a grueling hour, an illuminating light 1,000 feet overhead.
Spectacular. So every turn there's something else.
This colossal skylight, where the chamber ceiling collapsed, is called a doline, breathing life into this underground world. It's a lush green oasis. Our camp's white sand beaches lit up below.
It looks like Avatar in here. It doesn't feel real.
No.
This is that hidden world we've been chasing, Sondong, or Mountain River Cave, the planet's largest and visited by fewer explorers than outer space.
Just look at this. It is unbelievable. I'm standing on this colossal stalagmite, the jewel in the crown of Sondong Cave. It's the moment that took my breath away, and it's also the moment I realized we're not even halfway there yet.
Sweat. We press on, and suddenly I'm in a jungle under a second monster skylight. Not atop a mountain, but inside it, way inside it, more than 800 feet below the surface.
You don't normally get trees and jungle in caves. That's why it's quite different.
Jungle plants and animals from above adapting to this unique subterranean netherworld.
We've come across monkeys, been sticks thrown at me by monkeys.
In here?
In here,
They're
yeah.
throwing sticks at
throwing
you.
sticks.
What a view from those drone cameras. This mammoth crater big enough to park 2 747s inside and tall enough to fit an 80-story skyscraper. The cave's flowing river, the creator of this alien world, carving its way through a limestone mountain for 2 million years, forming the largest underground chamber on Earth. more than 1.3 billion cubic feet of subterranean awesomeness. That's more than 15,000 Olympic-sized swimming pools. Appropriate since 5 months out of the year, this underground marvel is underwater.
I think I would like to add that to my bucket list, wouldn't you?
Warning, we need to get out as entire countries are now being completely submerged underwater. And just within a few more days, more cities have already disappeared. People were terrified after Ireland and the UK were in a code red lockdown, as experts were warning that Storm Eowyn is not only the deadliest, most powerful storm in global history, but it formed within just 24 hours, and it's spreading fast. Haunting videos show full rooftops just ripped off in seconds, cinder blocks being picked up and thrown, a third of Ireland's power supply wiped out, and even buildings and concrete floors ripped open, meaning it was even deadly for some to hide, with cities in Ireland getting completely submerged underwater, as eerie videos show people left watching with nowhere to run as 50 feet waves came crashing into them. Experts warn that it's not over, and Storm Eowyn may even lead to additional storms that are on their way in the coming weeks.
The next couple of hours are crucial because this is when the wind is really starting to squeeze its way through the central belt.
Be safe and listen to your local officials.
Well, it looks like we have another leaked photo of Beyond the Ice Wall, and this one shows what appears to be an Antarctic Ocean beyond the ice wall that connects to these other snowy lands with continents in between them. And this goes into the whole ice ball Earth theory, where many people think that the Earth is actually much bigger and that it's a giant like snowball. And there's these little openings, and you see this is our Earth here, and there are many other little pockets of land surrounded by, I don't know, 10,000, 100,000 miles of ice in between them. What do I think about this? I think it's likely. However, I think that it is more likely that instead of a bunch of snow being everywhere, that it's actually just ocean in between these other lands, because if the sun was going around these other rings, it wouldn't go in like a zigzag pattern, leaving a bunch of snow in between to just freeze and stay there forever.
Makes sense.
Did you know there's a point on Earth you're not allowed to cross? Yeah, there's a place on this planet where no matter how far you go, you'll never end up back where you started. The Supreme Creator declared that He placed the Earth on its foundations and set a firmament above us. But what if that means the Earth isn't what we've been taught? Therefore, we need to look closely at what ancient texts and observations reveal. In the Bible, the Creator revealed to Isaiah the difference between a circle and a sphere. The Creator carefully chose His words to describe the Earth. It also mentions the four corners of the Earth. A sphere has no corners, but a flat plane does. Therefore, could the four corners point to a different interpretation of the Earth's shape? When I refer to the four corners of the Earth, here's what I mean. Just like when humans created a compass with north, east, south, and west set on a circular frame, that's exactly what I'm talking about. The Bible even says He placed a compass on the face of the Earth. But why would this specific imagery of a compass be used unless it held deeper significance? Most of us learn in school that the Earth is a spinning sphere in space, with directions pointing outward from its center. Simple enough, right? But here's where things start to get interesting. When we examine ancient cultures, their maps, and even traditional compasses, something doesn't add up. These sources hint at directions not as simple as traveling around a globe, but instead aligned with fixed points. North, in particular, stands out as special. It's always constant, never moving. Therefore, it has been the key point for navigation throughout history. But east and west, those directions behave differently, curving endlessly without ever truly stopping. What if the compass, the tool that points to north, is actually revealing something deeper about the Earth's layout? North is stable, but east and west are infinite paths. Therefore, when planes fly east or west, they eventually return to their starting point. However, heading south is a completely different story. If you journey far enough south, you'll encounter Antarctica, a place unlike any other. When you reach Antarctica, you don't just loop back like you do with east or west. Instead, you encounter an immense expanse of ice, often called the ice wall. This isn't just a theoretical boundary, it's a physical one. But this region isn't open for exploration. Therefore, international treaties strictly limit travel, keeping most people away. So the question remains, why all the secrecy? Could there be something beyond that ice wall, something intentionally hidden from us? Many theories suggest so, and it makes you wonder, what else could be waiting for us beyond the boundaries we're told never to cross?
Your soul leaves the body at night, every night, for about 3 hours. I go into the fifth dimension. I go to the various dimensions I've described. The Astral Museum. That's where Bill Gates and Einstein went, and Tesla and everybody else to get futuristic technology. The lower astral plane is filled with negative entities. You don't want to be there. Beyond that is the mental plane, and the mental plane has blue highways. So if you're driving in a car or flying above it and you see iridescent blue roads, you're on the mental plane. The masters would hang out there. The Buddhas, the Jesus, the Moses, they would hang out the mental plane. It's a very spiritual dimension. Out-of-body experiences are not dangerous. They're perfectly natural.
Have you had an out-of-body experience?
Project Blue Book, 1952 to 1969. Photos of deceased extraterrestrial beings. Photos taken after UFO crashes all over the world. These are real, authentic photographs that was leaked by an unknown source of the United States government. Project Blue Book was a top-secret U.S. Air Force program that investigated unidentified flying objects, UFOs. Project Blue Book was the code name for the systematic study of unidentified flying objects by the United States Air Force. Thousands of UFO reports were collected, analyzed, and filed. The project was headquartered at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio. The primary purpose of Project Blue Book was to keep track of reports of UFO sightings. The truth is out there.
I'm ready to meet him. Are you?
To plant the stars and stripes on the planet Mars.
If the moon landing was real, why haven't we been back?
And we're gonna take Doge to Mars.
Cap.
Why could they go 50 years ago with vintage technology, but they can't go now with all of these technological advancements? Because NASA says that they lost the technology to go to the moon. Lost it.
I'd go to the moon in a nanosecond. The problem is we don't have the technology to do that anymore. We used to, but we destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again. Destroyed that technology, and it's a painful process to build it back again.
Why do we want to go to Mars? It's uninhabitable.
But eventually you can transform Mars into an Earth-like planet.
How would you do that? Give me the fast way.
The fast way is drop thermonuclear weapons over the poles.
You're a supervillain.
Man, I don't trust Elon Musk. And do you guys believe that they were ever on the moon and they were ever out of space? I highly doubt it. I think they're all lies. But hey, who am I to judge?
real life, real time. This is what I'm looking at right now that's in the sky. Don't know what it is. Came out of nowhere, really. But this shit is so real. Excuse my language, but this is the real deal. I said I wasn't gonna believe it till I seen it, and here it is. It's huge, you guys. I'm so far away from this thing, and that thing is still huge. Oh my gosh. They not lying.
Going slow.
And it's going slow, and it's just hovering. This is the real deal. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. I know y'all really can't see, but that right there that's in that sky is right there in that sky. Don't supposed to be there.
Do you guys think that's real or AI generated? Let me know in
He's
the
got
comments.
virtually no support on Capitol Hill on this statement, Jake.
It's amazing to watch the White House continue to argue that the Earth is flat. Jeff Zeleny, Manu Raju, thank you so much.
It didn't work out that way. The glass ceiling broke her, but there will be a woman that breaks the glass ceiling. It just won't be Hillary. And you know who else it won't? You know who else it won't be? It won't be Kamala.
And I can't believe we just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet. Thanks to you and to everyone who's fought so hard to make this possible.
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think.
But we have the Air Force, now we're going to have the Space Force, because it's a whole...
We got to talk about what the real NASA is doing in our oceans. First of all, the NASA you know of does not exist. It's all a lie. The real NASA is actually the National Anunnaki Subversion Agency. Yeah, let that sink in because we're about to go deeper. NASA have found Anunnaki artifacts and technology on Earth, and most of it is in the sea. NASA, under the guise of space exploration, is actually involved in uncovering and suppressing evidence of ancient astronaut contact between the Anunnaki and early human civilizations. Do you not think that it's weird that we supposedly know more about the surface of Mars and the Moon than our own oceans? Don't you think it's strange that only 5% of the sea has been explored, but they send probes out to space? That's because it's all kept. They know exactly what's down there, and they don't want us sniffing around and realizing our true potential as humans. Let me make something clear. NASA never stopped exploring the oceans. The sudden halt in deep-sea missions was a strategic move to prevent these discoveries from becoming public. You all need to know that what they have discovered in our oceans is so monumental that it would shake humanity to its core. And again, this is just for entertainment purposes.
Facts. 100% agree with him. That's it. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one tomorrow. Same time, same place. Peace out.